Hello, beautiful people. I'm going to wait a little bit until I've got a few people joining me because I'm just feeling I'd like some energy with me tonight. I'm going to see who's going to join in. I know it's a little bit late, but I've been having some technical issues with my phone, so it took me a while to get Facebook back on my phone because it jumped off. Zinta, yay! Hey, beautiful. Beautiful woman. So glad you're here. Yeah, I am going to begin sharing what happened today for me. So today I got a call. For those of you who don't know, hey Christy, got people from the UK joining us. That's awesome. I was just waiting for a few people to join me before I began sharing my story. Jonathan, one of my favorite people in the world coming on this. It's awesome. Okay, so what happened today? So for those of you who don't know, hello. You like my sparkly lights. I share care with my eldest son's dad, Finley. He does week on, week off care, and he is with his dad this week. His dad messaged me yesterday saying he was unwell and didn't go to school. And today he messaged me saying he's not going to go to school again today because he's still unwell and they're going to take him to the doctors because he has what they judged as a chest infection. So I immediately go into a little bit of, okay, just breathe, because most of you know that I prefer to use that as the last resort, and it's only day 2 of a cold, and they're taking him to the doctors. So I was breathing through it, and then I had a call from his grandfather who he lives with and who had taken Finley to the doctors. And he called me after their visit to the doctor and told me that Finley had been diagnosed with asthma. And this comes as great surprise to me because, interestingly, in his 10 years of life, he's never experienced any respiratory issues other than when he has a cold. So I start to go into this kind of state of inner rage and panic of what they're going to do. And so he begins to tell me that they are, the way they actually tested for asthma. So the way they test for asthma is they ask someone to breathe into a vessel, and it measures the expiration. They then have that person take a dose of Ventolin, which is a steroid that opens the airways, and then they measure the expiration again, and they see if it made a change. And if it made a change, then it's likely that you have asthma. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ventolin will make the healthiest person on the planet, their expiration change. It will open up their airways. And also, if someone is unwell, if they have a cold or a cough, Finley has mucus, which is clogging up his airways, is labouring his lungs, then his expiration is likely to be affected. So I'm hearing him say that, I'm hearing Finley's grandfather say, we have to give Finley, and these are the key words, we have to give Finley Ventolin every 4 hours. Now you can imagine, those of you who know me, you can imagine my reaction to this. So I took a breath, but I did say very firmly, I would like you just to stop right there, because the first thing that we need to clarify is that we do not have to do anything. And this is what I want every single parent, yes, because that's what I'm talking about, that's what's close to my heart, but everyone everyone to know you do not have to do anything at all, ever. You, in every moment, have complete choice. So I reminded Pepe of this. I said, we do not have to do anything. The doctor can certainly recommend what he thinks, and then we choose what we would like to implement based on our choice. And I said, I choose a flat no to Ventolin. There are other options available, and I would like to try them first, please. Now, the position I'm in is that he's in his father's care for this week, and we are getting better at cooperating and collaborating. And thank you, beautiful people. Thank you. I really do feel the angels watching over us. So we're getting better at communication. We're getting better at collaboration. Historically, we have not been that great. And I just keep holding the vision, and it just keeps improving. But still, when it comes to health, what I realized was that they are all just doing their best. He's not trying to do things against me, which I have historically felt that they're always just making decisions against me because they just want to dishonour me. And that's not the case. They're always just doing their best. But they are conditioned and trained to just do what they're told by the doctors, regardless of whether it's the right or wrong thing to do, regardless of if the doctor even knows what he's up to, like even knows what he's doing, or what the agenda of the doctor is. Now, in this situation, my son has an infection. He's got a fever, so he's likely got a viral infection that is interrupting his respiratory experience. And instead of looking at that, because he knows that he can't actually touch a viral infection, he goes to asthma. He focuses on the interruption of breathing. And so my first kind of fire in my belly is that I want people to ask questions. And I don't want you to go to the doctor and take everything that he says as gold, because you don't know the history of that doctor. You don't know what he's been trained in. You don't know what he's actually got going on in his mind on that day. He's got like 5 or 10 minutes with you, and he only knows what he knows. You know your child better than anyone on this planet. You can feel into your knowing, and you have the power to heal him beyond any other being on this planet, him or her. And this translates to those who don't have children, for yourself. So I expressed to his grandfather, I said, I totally understand and know that you want Finley to heal and you want what's best for him, and I know that you're just coming from a place of doing what you know. My agenda is I want his whole health and well-being as paramount, and I don't want him taking things that are going to compromise his healing long-term. And steroids are not designed for vital energy. They're not designed for the thriving of human bodies. So I would love to avoid them, and I'd love them to be the absolute last resort. So he agreed. I drove straight over there, and I took a diffuser and I took a whole bunch of oils, and we talked about it. We said, okay, so we're going to open up his airways. We're going to support his experience. We're going to break up the mucus and allow him to cough it out. We're also going to support his immune system to deal with this virus and whatever's going on for him on a systemic level. And I labelled everything, and we did it together. It was amazing. This is the first time this has happened. And I drove away, and but this was a major turning point, because I know that they all just want to do what's best for their children and for their grandchildren. I know that parents out there that take their children to the doctor and do just what they say are just doing that because they don't know anything else. But I do. I actually know more. I know what there is there for people. I know that there's simple, like we had like 20 minutes together, and we dropped some oils into roller bottles, and I gave them a diffuser and some instructions. It was very quick, very simple, and I've had texts saying that Finley's feeling so much better and he's healing. People need to know this. This is the reason why I was inspired to share the oils in the very first place, just with my friends, because I was elated that they helped me and angry that I didn't know before. And this has made me so furiously inspired to get this message out to as many people as possible. Every parent should know that there are natural solutions available, and that they can actually heal their children in their homes with their love, with their intention, and with powerful natural medicines. I really want you to know this. I really want everyone to know this. I really want this message. I want to scream it from the mountaintops, and I want to bring people together, and I just want them to know. I want them to know. And, we have powerful solutions at work. They're not difficult to use. It's not hard to learn. It's actually a miraculous thing that we have these in our lives that are so easy to obtain thanks to doTERRA. So, if you know someone that has children, even if they don't have health concerns, they need them in their lives. But if you see people and you know people that are struggling, let them know about them. And if you don't know about them, connect with me. If you're a parent and you would just love to have some natural solutions that do work so that you don't feel completely lost when your child is unwell, connect with me. Reach out. I'd be so happy to. I would be honoured, and it would give me so much relief to know another family has them in their home. So, thank you for hearing my rant today. It just fills me with so much gratitude that I have this simple knowledge and these tools in my home to empower me in such a massive way. If you think preventatively, if Finley doesn't have to take Ventolin. Now, the reason why I'm a lot activated by it is because my brother had chronic asthma, and I saw him taking all sorts of steroids for his whole life. And they didn't turn him into a thriving person. He still experiences what he experiences now. He still experiences asthma. Steroids are not, imagine the outcome of him having steroids for the rest of his life, and imagine the turning point now of not having to do that. Like, the impact of that. Imagine the impact of one incident of a child not having to have antibiotics. And I'm not saying that antibiotics are evil and that they're not ever necessary, but just imagine that one time a child doesn't have to have their gut flora stripped clean and their whole immune system shut down. Imagine that. Imagine, a child having pain relief, being supported through, an earache and getting a restful night's sleep. Imagine a parent being emotionally supported through seeing their children unwell, which I use all the time. it just takes one moment, one day, one incident to completely change a person's life, to completely change the path of someone's life. And just imagine our children growing up with these thriving bodies, with the knowing that they can truly heal and that they have natural solutions that they can turn to. Just imagine what the world's going to be like. Where this is ground roots, world changing, just one drop at a time. Yeah. So it's time. It's time for everyone to know this, that they have choice and there are solutions out there, and that I don't want you to feel lost or helpless or hopeless in your own physical experience of pain or suffering, or watching your child do the same. There is solutions out there. Reach out to someone that you know, reach out to me. I would just so love to help you. Thank you all so much for joining me, and contributing your energy to my little outburst and my fire in my belly. Love you all so much, and sending you all so much love and recognition. I see you, and I see the power within you. I see the sovereign being, sentient being. Loving you all so much. Mwah. Bye.